Hey there, fellow seekers of wisdom. Today, we're diving into an epic tale from the Bible, the book of 1 Samuel. Think of it as a legendary piece of history where the fate of an entire nation hangs in the balance, complete with prophets, kings, and divine interventions. Our story begins with a woman named Hannah, who's desperately praying for a child. Imagine her as a character with zero hope points. But through her genuine prayer, God grants her wish. She gives birth to Samuel, who becomes one of the greatest prophets in Israel's history. Think of him as a high-level cleric with maximum faith stats. Samuel grows up in the temple under Eli, the high priest. But here's where things get interesting. Eli's sons are basically corrupt NPCs, abusing their priesthood powers. God's not happy about this. And soon, both Eli and his sons meet a tragic end, as Samuel levels up to become Israel's primary prophet and judge. The people start demanding a king. They want to be like other nations, classic peer pressure scenario. Samuel warns them about the consequences, like a tutorial message you really should read, but they insist. Enter Saul, our first king character. Tall, handsome, seemingly perfect for the role, like when you create your character and max out all the appearance stats. At first, Saul does well, but then he starts making questionable choices, failing divine quests, and disobeying God's direct commands. Meanwhile, God's already planning ahead. He sends Samuel on a secret mission to anoint a young shepherd named David as the future king. David's stats don't look impressive at first. He's the youngest of 8 brothers. But he's got something special in his character traits, a heart after God's own. The story takes an incredible turn when David defeats Goliath. Imagine a level 1 character somehow taking down a max-level boss. This victory puts David in the spotlight, but it also triggers Saul's jealousy debuff. Saul spends years trying to kill David, forcing him into a survival questline. Throughout all this, we see clear themes emerging: obedience versus rebellion, humility versus pride, and the consequences of our choices. The book shows us that true power comes from following God's guidance, not from our own strength stats. 1 Samuel ends with Saul's final battle, where, defeated and desperate, he falls on his own sword, a tragic end for a character who had such promising beginnings. Meanwhile, David, despite all his trials, remains faithful to God and is positioned to become Israel's greatest king. This isn't just ancient history, it's a masterclass in leadership, faith, and the importance of character over appearance. Whether you're facing your own Goliaths or struggling with jealousy like Saul, 1 Samuel reminds us that God looks at the heart, not the character sheet we present to the world. Remember, in this great game of life, the true win condition isn't about having the highest stats or the most power. It's about staying faithful to God's calling and maintaining our integrity, just like Samuel did. Now that's a playthrough worth remembering.